what inspired you do these things and survive or revive this old technology?
The early also in the morning pushed me towards the nature and touch the level of my creativity, mainly the yoga which I practice from last 35 years.
What made Modiji to give you Padma Shri?
More than 600 years of legacy of this craft which sustained in the village. In Man Ki Baat, he is very much stressed how safe these toys for the children.
How did the shift happen from 600 years of legacy? Again, it took a while for you to bring it back to the world.
Our toys attracted by World Crafts Council. They ordered one consignment worth 27,000 rupees that time in the year 1991. That is the turning point. We think about other way of coloring the toys.
How yoga has helped you?
That is the happiness and energy which think about either nature, whatever you want, which connects you. So many organizations. The best example is Brahmakumaris.
What is that something that inspires you, or what is the takeaway that you have?
The love, affection, simplicity, hospitality, and the service I have seen and inspired. Everything is under one roof. An attractive point. Bring all these, all the level of people, including our Rashtrapati, is the strength of this Brahmakumari.
Namaste and a very warm welcome to all of you to the special program Mindful Moments. We have a special guest with us who is esteemed because he is awarded with the Padma Shri by Government of India. He is none other than Mr. C.V. Raju, all the way from Andhra Pradesh. He has made organic toys, in the sense, he has made wooden toys with organic colors, and that has introduced him to the entire world. The journey of toys to the world, which has brought him Padma Shri, let us know and explore the story today. Welcome to you, sir.
Namaskar.
We are so happy and glad that you are here today. And we know you're doing a wonderful job of sustaining the environment with your organic colors and reviving that Indian culture and introducing the young generation in a modern way the toys that you're doing. Every time we go to the shop for any newborn baby, we buy plastic toys. But then you have brought that ancient technology and those colors, which are very healthy, to the young generation. So, what inspired you do these things and survive or revive this old technology and bring it in a new way to the young generation?
First, the practice of yoga, the early also in the morning, pushed me towards the nature and touch the level of my creativity, mainly the yoga which I practice from last 35 years. It actually provoked my creative ability, which I am reaching the nature. That is one aspect of my job which I am doing in the field of art and craft. Basically, I am an agriculturist. Without any qualification in the field of art and craft, I feel the yoga which pushed me towards these lines, reaching the abilities of creativity and made me servicing or uplifting the craft community of Etikoppaka. This is the main reason.
So, for the volume of service that you are doing in the Etikoppaka, the village which is close to Vizag in Andhra Pradesh, we see that all the young generation or the youth is learning to do these toys, and they are promoting the same art. They're also taking interest from you and doing things. But then, when the whole village is doing the same thing, what made Modiji to give you Padma Shri?
Actually, Padma Shri, it is the respect to that craft. Why? Because that craft is more ancestor than me. Because it is having the legacy of 600 years, more than 600 years of legacy of this craft, which sustained in the village for so many reasons. But I always feel it is a respect to the craft. And the another dimension, Modi talked about vocal for local, which inspired us, the entire community of Etikoppaka, to move in that lines. Mainly he focused while talking in Man Ki Baat. He is very much stressed how safe these toys for the children. He explained a little bit about that. Really, these toys are much, much safer for the pre-primary school children, while safety-wise, colors-wise, they are not at all harmful for the children while they are playing with those toys because of all the natural colors. And Etukopaka is one village which is having that uniqueness, skill, resource, and science at one place. Yeah, that is also the one of the reasons Modi focused on Etikopaka and talked about. It is really a pride to the village community. If somebody else, then C.V. Raju works, definitely that credit goes to him. But I always feel that these are all the credits goes to that craft because it is an age-old craft. My role is hardly 35 years since I am in this field because it is having the legacy of more than 600 years.
Yes. But then in between this story of chemical colors and then you coming back to this field and then making these organic colors, how did the shift happen from 600 years of legacy? Again, it took a while for you to bring it back to the world.
During the course of exposure of the artisans to popularize the process of popularization and exposing these artisans to make them much aware about quality conscious and conservation, earning more money, which is much credible for them. With the coordination of Crafts Council of India, Dastagar, we organized many events in Prince of Wales Museum, Jahangir Art Gallery, Delhi Art, Pragati Maidan. Even in Santiniketan, with the coordination of West Bengal Crafts Council, we participated these events as in exhibitions. One exhibition, our toys attracted by World Crafts Council. They ordered one consignment worth 27,000 rupees that time in the year 1991. We joyfully met the timeline and we sent through Madras Craft Foundation. Madras Craft Foundation facilitate to export by the time. By the time we are not having that export license, then within no time the entire consignment bounced.
Oh, so this was which period?
It was in 1991. Then that is the turning point. We think about other way of coloring the toys.
So till then, it was chemical.
It was all chemical colors. We produced every item with chemical colors. Then again we approached Crowds Council of India, writing a letter to them about this task. Immediately, by the time they were in experimentation on fabric dyeing, they invited me for a few workshops. The whole year they sent me a calendar where I participated beginning from Scouts and Guides Secunderabad. Then I noticed all the dye resources because my field is agriculture. I know the resource very well. Then I started exploring and identifying the dye resources in our locality. Then I found all the colors in my locality and I started experimentation on colors. During the course of experimentation, what I realized, the correlation between water and resource of the same locality, temperature, harvest, aging, gestation. This is the science behind this craft. What I realized during course of my experimentation. And within no time, I got nearly 8 hues of different reds, different greens, yellows, different blue colors, blue tints. Then I started multiplying the colors, which improved my color palette. And at the same time, I always feel that it is my chance and a great opportunity.
In the initial, you said yoga has motivated you to hone your skills. How yoga has helped you bring creativity in you?
That is the happiness and energy which think about either nature, whatever you want. That is the energy which I gained from my practice of yoga. Because
So you say when you are in joy, you can do anything,
that is joy is energy.
and that motivates you to do something new.
Mind to think about
Yeah.
the world, the nature,
Yeah.
even universe.
So that brings you in harmony. Usually we do physical yoga to bring harmony into your body, physical body. And when you are in harmony with the physical body, your mind is in harmony. And then you're in harmony with the nature. And then you're in harmony with the society. So, so many alignments.
So many alignments which connects you. So many organizations.
Mm,
The best example is Brahmakumaris.
wonderful. So you came first time to the Brahmakumaris. How are you feeling? And then, as you're already doing physical yoga, and now here you're learning about Raj Yoga meditation. So, first time you came and you heard so many speakers and you looking around the campus. Um, what is that something that inspires you?
First of all, I feel that it is my privilege. Then the love, affection, simplicity, hospitality, and the service I have seen and inspired. Everything is under one roof because of the reason I don't know, either yoga or the grace of the divinity. And again, it is a different loka.
It's entirely a new world for you.
Universe with divinity, every corner, every hook and nook. the cleanliness, what I feel during the course of my 2 days stay over here, their affection, and every individual, how they way that they take care of each other.
So you came for the global summit where you see um, people with so much of enthusiasm and with so many designations, all top level management people, people from different fields who are into in their highest positions. They're all here, and you're also in your own position where you are also leading your own legacy with your own journey. So when you see all these variety of people coming into one platform, which is inspiring you, what do you think that how meditation helps bring harmony into people?
That's why meditation and yoga actually it is an energy and makes this platform an attractive point. Bring all the level of people, including our Rashtrapati, coming to this dais or to this platform and addressing and sharing their views, either in divinity or spiritual, social, economic. Definitely, I feel that some energy in this campus, what I have seen, because they deliberately sharing their views and their level of thinking, the process of their attending their duties on one platform.
So it is that consciousness of belonging to one, and we are all one family. Um, that is the consciousness that is driving everybody to be one with no differences.
With no differences, that which I liked period of my stay, that togetherness is also a strength. What I realized and what I inspired, the togetherness,
Yeah, unity.
unity,
Yeah.
is the strength of this Brahmakumari.
You go to the local colleges all across India, people invite you, and you are taking your this culture of toys to the young generation for people to know. So when we look at your profile, the toys are not just toys, but it is bringing culture to them. It is reviving the culture and it is connecting to the roots. So the same way as you're carrying the spiritual understanding from here, how do you want to give this blend of spirituality and creativity to the younger generation?
I'm going to start this exercise from my village itself, taking young and fresh minds coming to the spiritual way and learn what I impart them of my experience, connecting them to nature without destructing any environment. They're collecting, harvesting fruit, seed, flowers. Normally, it is a connecting to the nature. And this knowledge I'm going to impart for the coming generations, either on fabric, furniture, apart from this toy. Only one thing, I always really astonished. A small toy of Etikoppaka connects me elsewhere.
Okay, that's interesting.
That is interesting and it is a strange. A small toy. What is it?
Mm. It's just a toy that brings happiness, and then it is connecting to you to the new world.
To new world. And the toy itself brings me here. I don't know whether my practice helps me or Hmm. That is the strength of divinity.
So you're doing it like a work is worship, and you have respect for what you're doing, and the dedication is taking you to the world.
Dedication is taken to the world, beginning from Etikoppaka. I train a trainer to train for the coming generations, wherever it needs. Mainly, I'm focusing on value addition, employment, and income generation to the community, wherever. Then I started working with the communities in Kalapursi, Tadoba in Maharashtra, and a small group in Cambodia.
Acha.
Make them aware about their natural resources. First, I make them learn how to respect the nature. Then, definitely flourish. They understand what is nature and they learn how to extract color, how to multiply. Just simple. There is no qualification for this. There is no need for the qualification or certification for this. And very recently, with the help of Ramnath Kovind, by the time he was a president, he connected me to CEO, Indian Toxicology Department, and he made her given me the certification of toxicology. Now the doors open to export Etikoppaka to Europe and America, even Australia.
The original colors has so much power. Now, everybody is conscious about environment and sustainable practices. So, at the end, what do you want to say the young generation who are listening to you? Why you should be going back to nature? Why you should be a nature lover, and rather than going for artificial?
India is such a country which is having the plenty of resource, natural colors. Instead of having our own nature in and around, why are looking at that artificial things? That is one aspect. That I want to make them, the coming generation, understand that. Now I have a team ready, which I train them as a trainers to train the communities on fabric, on handmade paper, and toy making. And very recently, I connected to School of Planning and Architecture, which they merged this knowledge in their curriculum. Yeah. Why? Because this some inner strength or divine strength.
So, your selfless love for the nature and the young generation and to your toys, that is taking you to the young generations. And it is helping others also to learn and carry forward that legacy of Indian culture.
Indian culture, and it one someday India become art and craft hub to the world. What Modi ji dreams, it really happens.
So, how do you bring innovation into your toys? Because we have seen all variety toys we usually see in the kids' toy shops with plastic, but then you're making the same thing with wooden. which usually people can't imagine, because nowadays everything is produced in machines, and to meet the demand, you have large number of production, and for that they use the machines so that you have in little time more production. But then you are doing everything with hand, and with variety toys with new designs and whatever it is, and we also see a lot of engineering involved into it. Yeah, for the toy to run on the floor and the kid to play with that. So for it to function, there is robotics, everything involved into it.
You always measure like this. Another dimension. That is eye-hand coordination.
Oh, okay.
Is the engineering behind this. Your eye and hand coordination. It is nothing like. In Telugu, there's ఒక సామెత. కన్ను చెయ్యి చేసిన పని ప్రపంచంలో ఏ మెషిను చేయలేదు.
Okay. So you mean to say that with the coordination of eye and hand, you can do anything and nothing can stop that.
Nothing can stop that.
Yeah. When you have a right direction of understanding and coordination, you don't need any measures.
That is the engineering
Oh,
part of this
that is brain engineering.
brain engineering.
So, you want to give any message to our audience?
Meditation and yoga, which strengthen you, makes you joy, makes you energetic. When you have that excess energy, you give it to somebody else where they need. That is one. And the second thing, at least try to understand the nature in and around yourself, the nature. Then everybody can make a miracle. That's my message. At least try to understand the nature in and around you. It gives a lot to you, not only craft.
Thank you so much for this beautiful message. People think that meditation is something which you will do when you are stressful. Meditation is something when you are doing or adapting spirituality at the end of your life. But then with your conversation, we learn that meditation helps you in every walk of life. You want to be creative, do meditation. To sit in silence and go deep within, and then you find that creativity within you.
Which opens your mind.
Yes. That's so beautiful. Thank you so much. So I hope you all had a great journey with him, where we have learned about the spirituality, the science, engineering, technology, and more than that, connecting to the roots and protecting the environment. So we hope you all had a great time listening to his story. We'll come up with a new story once again in the next episode. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Goodbye. Om Shanti.